welcome to the newest episode of Blizzplanet.com's StarCraft Summary. All right, let's get right into that weekly news summary.
You want a piece of me, boy?
So first up, WCS had a trio of big finals that went down over the last, week or so since we've had an episode. So first off, let's talk World Championship Series. This was the China National. Now, the China Grand Finals came down to Com and 2D Ming. This is Zerg versus Zerg match, and Com easily swept to advance to the global finals. And next up is the results for the South American Continental. So now this was the championships from the various countries in South America all came together for one big awesome tournament. Chile's Killer went up against Peru's Phoenix. Now this would be Zerg versus Terran, and Killer swept 2-0. But Phoenix got to come back, went down to the losers bracket, and beat Brazil's Levin, who's playing Protoss, to come back into the grand finals. But Killer still swept Phoenix yet again in the grand finals to win that South American Continental and again advance to those global finals. Finally, we have results for the Canada National, WCS once again. Now, Huck was a favorite. He is Canadian. A lot of people were rooting for him, but he wound up falling to 10th in this particular tournament. Up-and-comer Scarlet, who played Zerg. Anyone else notice how the Zerg are winning a lot of tournaments recently? But just destroyed, dominated, won every single one of our matches and only lost one game. So went 12-1 total in just the games and went undefeated for matches. This is also the very first transgender player to win a major tournament. So it's just really, really awesome stuff. Good on Scarlet. Now, while the WCS National Finals were going on in China, Blizzard took it upon themselves to announce the location of the Grand Finals. Now, they already said it was going to be in Asia, so everybody thought, oh, it's going to be in Korea, StarCraft, Korea, obviously. No, it's actually going to be in Shanghai, China, November 17th and 18th, which I'm sure got a big holler from the crowd there in China. Getting away from WCS, a lot of WCS stuff, NASL, their Season 3 had their grand finals. This was the first major esports gaming event to take place in Canada. It's now come and gone. And Stephano not only dominated in day one, that's kind of what he's known for, he came back and dominated again in day two. Finally, every time I've been seeing this guy, he just destroys in day one and gets plastered in day two. But there was almost no competition for this Zerg player. Yet again, hello. But the closest match that Stephano had was against MC in the semifinals, went 4-2. Then went on to the grand finals against Alicia and beat him 4-0, just destroyed. And Stephano was talking later, said, what was his secret? How did he finally overcome sort of his second day woes? He said, well, this time he didn't drink the night before. He stayed sober, and voila, he goes and just demolishes a tournament against people who have beaten him in previous tournaments on day two. So good on him. Look what staying sober does. Don't drink, kids. That's a PSA from the Bearded Gamer and Blizzplanet. Oh, yeah. Okay, speaking of not drinking, there's a BarCraft coming up in Kansas City this weekend. So if you're a StarCraft lover and, of course, you live in KC or just want to come and hang out with the Bearded Gamer and other folks from BlizzPlanet.com, head to Snow & Co. on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. We're going to be there. There's going to be some awesome swag from Blizzard, some drinks, some food, StarCraft 2 up on the screens. It's going to be a good time, so come and join us there. You want to see more details, check the show notes, and of course I'm sure there'll be a link right there to the Facebook event page so you can go check that out. So we'll finish up, as we almost always do, with a question. So now the World Championship Series, the sort of the end is nigh. We now know where and when the grand finals are going to take place. How do you think Blizzard has done? It's their big foray into esports on their own, and we want to know what you think of this sort of first major season. Has it been enjoyable to watch? Have you been rooting for a lot of players that aren't part of those major teams, like Scarlet, for instance? Are you excited about their grassroots stuff? They've been really pushing for grassroots and local players. Do you have some local homegrown players that you're rooting for that have sort of come up in WCS? These are the things we want to know, and we're going to highlight the best answers on next week's show. So just throw those down in the comments, and while you're here on YouTube, check out my show, Bearded Gamer Show. It's awesome, all things video games, beards, Big focus on Dota 2 recently. It's good times. And of course, go to BlizzPlanet.com. All the news, reviews, great community, everything you need to know about Blizzard Entertainment games. See you guys next time.